like this one's in your poetry folder, so it may not be in your reader's notebook. So you can follow along right up here. Right here on this clean white page, I'll scatter some words, watch them grow. I'll plant a meadow, I'll dig a pond right here. Dig down deep until the water and the words run clear. I'll build me a barn, lay the lines out straight, and raise the roof right here. Please say good morning to your thinking buddies under your secret greeting.
Good morning.
All right, I'm going to come over here on this side so we can chart a little bit today. Let's see. Okay, so this week I had started to teach you guys about discovering the theme within the books that you're reading, and that oftentimes when an author is writing a book, he or she is considering a message that they want to convey to you. So we started to research a few different themes, and they're right over there up on our blue wall, right? The 8 that we've been studying. Yeah. The only thing is that yesterday, when I had taught you guys to make sure you have one big theme, sometimes we realize that we don't just have a theme that's up on the wall, okay? So I taught you yesterday, I don't know if you remember on Monday, you guys would pick up a book and say, Mrs. Novak, this book has like 5 themes in it. And I had said, oh, we need to make sure that we're not picking a bunch of diluted themes. You want to pick one big one that encompasses the text. Then we had another problem. The themes you were picking, the big themes, weren't even up on the wall. So I want to teach you something today that will help you identify a theme, one big theme, not a whole bunch of diluted ones, but one big one that may or may not be up on the wall. Let's say I was reading along one of these books. You guys know the Magic Treehouse series, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So when Mary Pope Osborne was writing these, I started to think about character traits. And I think this will help you because you guys know character traits really well. In every single one of her books, Dinosaurs Before Dark, I just grabbed a few, Revolutionary War on Wednesday, Vacation Under the Volcano, they're kind of going on adventures. And I started to think Jack and Annie are the main characters, and they're going on all these adventures. I would say they're kind of risk takers, they're very adventurous. Those are their character traits. So you know what I could do? I could say that one common theme throughout all of these books is being adventurous. I have that character trait in my mind, and I'm just going to put the word being in front of it. So watch. I'm going to chart that. Right here it says, help! My big theme is not on the wall. Use a main character trait to help you. So the theme here might be being adventurous. What I'm going to do, excuse me, Tommy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this on a sticky note because this is what I want you to do. Being adventurous. And I'm going to put Magic Treehouse here. And I'm just going to stick it over here, okay? Let me show you another one. Frog and Toad books. Do you guys know this series?
Yeah.
Frog and Toad, of course. We read them at the beginning of the year. I've got Frog and Toad are friends. Frog and Toad together. And Frog and Toad all here. When I started to look at these, I thought, hey, these books are kind of all about being a good friend. Would you say? Yeah, being friends. So I'm going to write that down. Remember, I have character trait. Frog and Toad are good friends. I'm going to put being in front of it, being a good friend. And I'll stick it up here, being a good friend. And I'll write Frog and Toad. Okay, I want you to practice. I picked a book that I think a lot of you guys know from 2nd grade. Emily, did you have a question before we practice?
Yeah. And also, Frog and Toad could also go on being kind to others.
It might fit up there too, huh?
Yeah.
So you could do that, but oftentimes you're not going to have that board with you when you're reading throughout your whole life. So I want you to be able to use other strategies to figure out themes, okay? So it might fit over there too. Do you guys know Sheila Ray the Brave by Kevin Higgins?
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with the story, I think a lot of you read it in 2nd grade for some retelling work, but you meet Sheila Ray. She's not afraid of anything. She's a very, very brave little mouse. And she continues throughout the text being very, very brave. And then you meet her sister, Louise, who ends up helping her at the end because we find out that Sheila Ray ends up being a little shy. Louise helps her to continue to be brave. By the end of the story, they both end up being very brave. They walk backwards into the house because they don't care what's behind them and so forth, okay? Think of one character trait that you think would be in this book. And to make it the theme, try to put the word being in front of it. Can you think of a character trait that might be in this book, and then put the word being in front of it? Talk to your thinking partners. What do you think? I was thinking that too. All right, ladies, come on back. I'd like 2 partnerships to share, and I'm looking for 2 different ideas. What do you think? Ava, what did you guys discuss?
Well, we discussed that at first Sheila Ray was very brave, and then she just decided to take a shortcut. But then her sister realized maybe that her sister was always there to help her, so this time she had to help her sister because she got really scared, and she helped her to find the way back. And then Louise realized that it's not so scary.
Yeah. So what would a trait be that one of the main characters would have?
Well, Sheila Ray was definitely brave, but at the end they were both brave.
Okay, so could I put being brave up here? Might be a theme of the text. Okay, being brave. I like how you said bravery because we're going to talk about that. Being brave, and I'm going to put Sheila Ray up here. Did anyone think of a different one besides bravery or being brave? What did you guys discuss? Karan?
Well, me and Kevin thought Sheila Ray was selfish because all she is scared about herself. She didn't even help her sister. And then we thought, even though it's up on the wall, we thought one really tiny part of the story was always be kind to others, because even though Louise, Sheila Ray's sister, didn't like much Sheila Ray, she still helped her get out of the forest.
Okay, so you would consider, if you read this book, you might think that one of the themes might be up on the wall, or you may say that a theme would be selfishness. Okay, I'm going to put being, because that's what I thought. Being selfish. Okay. And it's Sheila Ray. Okay, the reason I want you guys to write these on sticky notes today is because I don't really like, as a writer, what they sound like. So for example, being adventurous, I would say a revision to that might be embracing adventures. Doesn't that sound more like a theme? Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of like, this is going to be our little draft, and then later we'll revise these so they sound more like themes. Over here, being brave.
Like bravery.
Bravery, it sounds better. I agree, Nico, just as a writer, so bravery, okay? But right now, for our purposes, what I wanted to teach you is if you're having trouble identifying the theme, think about an important character trait that you see throughout the text. You guys are really good at discovering character traits. Think of that trait and put being in front of it. That will at least help you get a general idea of what the theme might be. Authors often use their themes, and if you identify the character trait, the theme is usually relevant there, okay? All right, so this is what I want you to do today. When you're reading, see if you can discover the themes within your books. Use the wall to help you with the aide that we've practiced together. And if you think that one of your themes is not on the wall, think of a character trait you see throughout the text that you may be able to put up here, all right? You guys know where the sticky notes are. I don't want to give them to everyone because some of you may be happy with the themes that you've already identified. Others of you, like Karan and Nico yesterday during the share, who said, no idea what the theme of my book is, try to use this strategy, okay? At share time, I want to see if we can get some more sticky notes up here with character traits, and then we can work to revise them a little bit, all right? Okay, row 4, go ahead and grab your reading files, and you may get started. Did you
Hey, that's HD.
Yeah, what was it? Yesterday, and this is kind of why I wanted this lesson, because yesterday a lot of us were saying that we couldn't discover the theme. Row 3, you may go ahead and retrieve your book files and get started. book were you, I know Rabbit Hill you were reading yesterday, right? Okay. You think there's no thing in the book? Nico, here, I'm going to give you a stick.
It's just like a rubber story.
Okay.
So I think she might be like brave because she's trying to help him. So I think because she would be really brave if he's like that.
So the last thing do you, so we actually talked about that.
I think maybe this one could be don't be bad without you. I could see it smushed into something. And that's it. Yeah, and then it kind of always be kind of other because it's kind of the same. Like the elbow because she was helping him. Like different. Teamwork. It's teamwork. Yeah, it could be teamwork too.
So there's actually a few different things that this could possibly be.
I think the whole thing is teamwork. The whole story, the both of them are together. It's not that.
Okay, I'm going to give you one of these, and as you read these, you said this was one of the main characters, and she was kind of brave and helpful. Will you just write down some